Hello all, welcome back. So let's look into the today's lead code problem. The maximize the number of target node after connecting trees. Okay. So this is the similar kind of problem which is the same as yesterday's problem that we have to connect two trees. Okay. So in that tree, both of them are undirected trees and with which is having n node in tree 1 having n nodes and tree 2 having m nodes. Okay, and each node will be labeled from 0 to n minus 1 and 0 to m minus 1. Okay, and we are given a 2D array of edges 1 and edges 2 which is representing the edges in between. 4 means for tree 1 and tree 2 both trees are having the edges like this. E- e- Each edge will represent that there is a connection in between node AI, and the node BI. Similarly, edge 2 also each edge in list of edge 2 is representing that there is a connection in between node UI and VI. Okay. So in the previous question, if we take what will be a statement that we have to count max means we have to maximize the target node. Okay, and what will be the target node? That number of node in between. It means u to v there is a path in there is a path in a tree from u node to v, and if there is a edge number of edge in between that path is less than or equal to k, then it will be target node. Okay, and in the today's statement there is no limitation of k, but the statement is that u is a target node to v if number of edge if the number of edge on the path u to v is even. Okay, if the number of edge in between those two nodes is even, only that it will be treated as a target node. Okay, and similarly as same as u also a target node to itself. Okay, now we have to return the array answer array of size n, where each uh, answer of I is the maximum possible nodes. Okay, that are target to node I. Okay, जो कि target है to node I. Okay, so uh, this is of a hard level of problem. I was thinking the same approach in a same approach that worked for the previous one. So let's discuss the previous approach what which I thinking that I was thinking in such a way that for parallelly for each graph will calculate the maximum number of target node. Okay, separately, but let's look into that approach, then we'll look into the what's the problem in that approach. Okay, so what will be the target node for this current 0? Okay, so this is a even node, self is a even. So for this, what and all the even node, this one will become odd, this one will become odd, this one will be at even edge, so it will be even and it will be even. Okay, so we'll count even nodes for each node. So whatever the even count is 3, here is 3 for this one. Whatever the odd count, and for odd count will be 2. Similarly, for this node we'll count even and odd. For this count node, what will be the even? Similarly, we'll count for one. How we are calculating one? 1 second. Let's for 0 will store the information. For 0 node, what will be the even? Even value will be 3 and odd value will be 2. Okay. Now we'll calculate for next node. So what will be the next node? This one. So it will be treated as a even node. This will be odd. This will become even, and now this one will become odd. So number of for one node, for one, what will be the even count? Will become 2 and odd count will become 3. Okay, Similarly, we'll make a arrangement, means count number of even node and the number of odd nodes for each node. Okay. Similarly, we'll calculate number of even node in this graph and number of odd nodes for this. Like this, take a one example, like this is a even node here, so what end will be the odd node? This one will be odd, this one will become even, this one will become odd, this one will be even, odd and odd. So what will be the count? The count of even will become 3 for 0. What will be the even count is 3 comma, odd count will be 1 2 3 4 and 5, this one. Okay. So this is the basic approach, that for each node we'll do DFS, and for each node we'll calculate separately number of even node and number of odd node. Okay. So this is the same approach. Let's look into the my approach, what I did. So what I did here, first I create two adjacency list for both graph, both trees, tree 1 and tree 2. Here I created two graph of size n. Okay. Here, as it is a unit directed graph, so from each node, from 0th node we able to reach one node, and from one we able to reach 0th node. Okay. So based on that we'll create adjacency list. Okay. Now the same approach, we have to find the maximum from graph 2 and then appending into the graph 1. So how we are finding maximum? Here we'll do DFS. Here for each node we'll do DFS, and whatever the resultant we get based on the DFS we'll update the maximum. Okay. Then in the answer array we'll count the maximum target node in tree 1 for each node, and then append that in the maximum with the from the graph 2. That will be the answer. But as we seen here already, there is a TLE, time limit exceed. If we see there, it will just pass only 700 test case out of 825. Okay. So what will be, as it is a hard level question, so we have to think in different way. So how can we treat? So see if we see this problem clearly, let's say let me just remove all of thing. Okay. So if we observe the thing clearly, see, let's say this is a even node. Okay. And this one will become odd node, and this one is even and even. So if we take look into this, if this is a even node, so what the count will become 3 comma 2. So for all even nodes in this graph, for all even nodes in this graph, the same value 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3 comma 2, and odd node will be 2 comma 3 and 2 comma 3. Okay, this is it. Okay, only one information we need to get, that we need to get only one information. What will be the information we need from graph 1 is even maximum, whatever the maximum value of even comma odd, whatever the maximum. Similarly we have to find the maximum of even and odd. Okay, from graph 2. So can we think this in term of, like we are having a two state, only two state. Which one? Odd and even. Two states. So can we think it as a 0 and 1 state, or black or black and white? Okay, state means as a color. So what will be intuition here is that let's look into the solution. One second. This is my new solution. Let's look into the new approach. So what will be the intuition here? That we'll do the same, that there is no change in the DFS. Okay, there is no change. We just take two list of color. Okay, two list of colors, color 1 and color 2. Okay, now do DFS. Okay, applying, first we'll apply the DFS on graph 1, then we'll apply the DFS on the graph 2. Okay, and from that we need only one information. What information we want? Only result, means it will give the number of even nodes in it. Okay, so and here we are sending this color array. So why we are sending this color array? So that we can update number of target node for each of them. Okay, so what we did, if the color is even, okay, if it is even, then we'll update as a 0, or else we'll update as a 1. Okay, now we need to update the count also. If it is a even, then if the current node is a even, then it will be treated as a, as what, as a target node. So it will be updated as a 1, else it will be updated as a 0. Then we have to update over all of their child neighbors. Okay, and we have to add this adjacency check, that no adjacent element is equivalent to their parent. Okay, now we'll do the DFS on their child adjacency node and update the count. So here we'll update the even state, means now we'll jump from even to odd, or odd to even state, like that. And in that, in the and will return count, number of even nodes in it. Based on that, we'll update the resultant. So how we'll take one count vector, and that will update resultant, or mean will having even, it is storing but even count and the odd count. It will store two information. So when we are having even count, then we'll take odd count by taking difference n minus, that means there are total n nodes. Then if we subtract even nodes, then we'll having odd node rest. So we'll get this. Similarly, we'll get count 2 also. Now when we have to update for each node. Okay, in the answer array we have to update maximum target for each node. How we are updating? We'll take, first we'll check the current node is odd node or even node. So this count one node. In this, first we'll check, is it of even node or odd node. In color 1 of I, we are updating this information. Color of I for particular, for each node is having information that it is of odd node or even node. Okay, if it is of even node, then count of 1 will give the number of even nodes. If it is of odd node, okay, if it is of odd node, it will give number count of odd nodes. Okay, whatever the odd value. Then in that we have to update maximum number of node, either it is odd or either it is even, from the graph 2. Okay, the simply we have to update in it. But still there is, in this code there is a one line of mistake. That's why it is again failed for TLE. If we look into this code also pass all of the test cases, but having TLE 815 test case is passed, but it show TLE. Why it is showing TLE? If we compare, both solutions, so what's the difference in it? Let me show you the difference in this DFS method. One second, let me zoom it. No, the zoom is not working. So in this DFS method, we are passing this graph, this adjacency list as a copy. Okay, and in the second one, sorry, here what's the difference is that we are passing this graph as a copy. So that's why it is for in each recursive iteration, it will create a new copy of this graph. Okay, that's why it's stuck into the TLE. But if we made ampersand, means by passing this graph as a reference, means not creating a copy, just passing the pointer. Okay, let's see what's the difference here. We are just pass, means there is a difference how we are passing the parameter to the function. So either pass by value or pass by reference. So here we pass as a reference, so it will passed. You see there is a huge difference. In previously when we are passing as a copy, this one, it will failed because of TLE. Now when we passed as a reference, it passed. So we have to mind small things. Okay, and the approach is also very clear, that if we have to do nothing, we have to just calculate number of even nodes. Okay, from for both trees. Okay, tree 1 and tree 2. DFS is simple, and for each node we have to update whatever the means, we have to update that the current node will be even or odd. Okay, based on that we'll update their count, number of target node. Okay, based on that we'll count their target node, because if we already seen na, that when we, one second, let me just remove this again, so that you can able to means visualize the thing. So previously when we started look for this one node, even node. Okay, so what will be the count is even count will be 3 and odd count will be 2. But now when we take this node, odd node as a even. Okay, when we take the odd node as a even, what happen, what will be the even count? This one will become odd, this one will become odd, this one also will become odd. Only this one is even and this one is also even. So the even count still is 2 and odd count will be 3. So for that, what, so for that means we have to just take, what we have to take for odd node, we have to take odd value, whatever the odd value, and for even node we have to take even value. Okay, odd node odd value. And how we are getting odd value? This CO color array, this color array is having the information that it is even or odd. Okay, based on that will based on that value will access and count array. Okay, which is having two state. One is for odd state and one is for even state. Okay, 0 and 1. Okay, based on that will access both. If the node is odd, we'll give odd value, this one for 1. If it is even value, it will give even count. Okay, this is the intuition here. And in that, in whatever the value is given, in that we have to add whatever the maximum value of target node, either it is even or either it is odd value, we'll have to append it here, maximum value. Okay, the intuition is very clear. So let me just wrap it this call. Thank you all.